So earlier this year, you put out Watching Movies with the Sound Off, which, you know, propelled the tour, and that's how we got on the tour. Coming up now, you have the Live from Space, the album, the live album.
Yeah.
Walk me through that moment. What was that moment when the light bulb went off in your head and said, you know, I'm having fun on the road, I want to do a live album?
You know, I've been wanting to do a live album for a while. I think the music, it just happened. Like, the best things happen organically. And I'll say, like, not to put anybody else's name or talk about anybody else, but like if you look at it, Drake, you say like he's been kind of knocking down this door, like I want to be accepted on a level as a Jay-Z and a Kanye, and he's probably been feeling that way for a long time, but it just happens when it's supposed to happen. And now finally you see Drake and Kanye putting him up where he deserves to be. So for me, you know, you have an idea, you want to do something, you drive it home, and then it happens. Blue Slide Park was a great album. Would it have been a great live album? I don't know. You know, I think that this album was fit a more musical transformation, and something that we could take live music and make the album something, you know, give it new life, give it, you know, graduate the album to the next grade. You know, we shot the Objects video. I think it was then that we realized that this music has another life, you know what I'm saying? The live aspect of the music is breathing new life into these songs and giving them another platform to be understood, because I think a lot of this album is based on layers and based on emotion and place and time. Like a song like Bird Call, it's like the beat is real up-tempo, but my flow is really monotone because that's what I was feeling at that time. I was in a very monotone state of mind, you know? Everything was very like you know, drugged out, if you will. So I think taking these records and, you know, giving them that innocence and that purity of like, let's just throw instruments in there and let me just rap the fuck out of these songs and bringing them to another stage. It's dope to me because it helps these songs continue to be understood, because that's what I've learned a lot, is that people, you can't expect anyone to understand what the fuck you mean, what the fuck you're talking about, no matter what level it is. And as you get older, I think you get better at it, but this live album, I think, is just another level of getting these songs to be understood. Plus, they're just fun to play.
Another record, Black Bush, right?
Right.
Another record, Black Bush, right?
Right. It's one of my favorites.
Okay. What makes it one of your favorites?
That night. That was a great night. It's called Black Bush because, you ever drink Bushmills?
No.
You never drink Bushmills?
No, which I think I'm setting myself up for something maybe after the camera. Yeah. But no, I've never drank Bushmills.
Okay, so Bushmills is like, you know, it's a whiskey. And Black Bush is a type of Bushmills. And myself, Joshua, Thundercat, Taylor Graves, yeah, they rolled with the Black Bush. We got wasted, drunk as and Thundercat's laying on his back playing bass chords, and I'm in there like trying to do something, and we just made this record that's real Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall, Pink Floyd-y sounding, which I love. You know, I love that record, and I'm so happy it's getting to see light, and getting to get to be heard. But it's, you know, just a record that's kind of, it's like that drink is, you know, everyone looks at alcohol a lot of times, it's like this party thing. I'm not. I've been partied since I was 18, 19, really. So, yeah, so the Black Bush was kind of like this, like, ticket into a different dimension in that record.
Tell the story of Exile and how that song came to be.
Well, Exile is a beat that E sent over, and I loved it off top, made the song real quickly. We all loved the song, unanimously. Everyone in the crew loved that song. Initially, I was gonna get Jay Electronic on that record. I sent it to him. He had texted me like, "This is the one. This tight. Da, 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 yada yada yada." And then I think what happened is someone like you and Exile both had a similar soundscape to them. They have like similar synths in there, and so it was one or the other for us when we were cutting tracks. Then when I sent Jay Elec, as his friends refer to him as, when I sent him Suplexes, he was like, "This is the one," which was dope to me because it was like a little like Sensei Grasshopper moment where Jay Electronica picks my beat over E-Dan's. just saying.
Right.
There's like a little moment where I was like, ah, you know. So that was dope. But no, so you know that record, you know, got pushed to the side. But you know, something like this is great for it to get its life back.
And then finally, In the Morning.
Yes.
It's kind of the last of the new material that rounds us out with Sid and
right.
And
Thundercat was on that too.
Yeah.
In the Morning, it's one of the last ones we made for the album, if not the last. And it was just it felt too good to be on that album. That album didn't really have much of a blissful feel to it. Like happy would be the word. That wasn't really on that album much. It was more of like a hopeful, thought-provoking, or just like ideas, surreal, abstract. But I'm saying, with In the Morning, it's a great feel-good song, and that's great because Sid's and the Internet's album is called Feel Good, so that song feels good. But I'm saying, like with Future, people like, how does that work? It works because, you know, people forget Future is a music head, like, you know what I'm saying, Dungeon Family, like, Future loved music. So, you know, we kicked it here. We made a few records. The one that put out that was kind of his record that he wanted me to get on, and he was like, that was that Hoes Go Crazy. He was like, I'm just trying to get Mac Miller in the strip clubs. That's all I want to do. And I was like, hell yeah. And then I made that record, Earth, which the whole concept behind the record is about a female who we live in this high, right? Everyone's always high, you know, whether that be talking about the Kush or like whatever high you live in, and it's just kind of this girl that kind of cuts that ish under you, and you come back down to earth. And I made the record, and you know, I didn't want to go to Future's world to get on a Future record. I didn't want to make a Turn Off the Lights or a whatever other songs.
Yeah. Ton of them. Nice, honest.
Right. I didn't want to make I didn't want to make a Future record to get Future on my song. I wanted to make a song that was something new. That's what I think the best collaborations were. So yeah, we made that record, and I wanted to hear him spit. I wanted to hear him rap, and he killed it. He shit on my verse. That's the one verse I will say that Future shit on my verse.
Did he?
He killed me. It's bad too. He killed me.
They're gonna talk about you now.
Yeah, but it's a girl song, so like I gave him the layup. Like I conceptually put it out there, and I'm hard on myself lyrically. So like, but Josh, he killed me.
First Control, now this.
I know, but he did. He came out and he, you know, he showed out.
Okay.
Which was dope, you know.
On this album, Life.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Life.
Yeah, for sure. Life is my favorite record. You know, I like it more than any song that made the album. To be honest, it's one of my favorite songs I've ever done. It was conceptually in the album. It was a part of the story.
Another record on this album, Life.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Life.
Yeah, for sure. Life is my favorite record. You know, I like it more than any song that made the album. To be honest, it's one of my favorite songs I've ever done. It was conceptually in the album. It was a part of the story, and it's a song about a dude who is really self-destructive in a relationship. But the metaphor is that he kills his girl, you know, and then he kills himself. But it's really a metaphor for just like killing a relationship, you know, just on your girl and then on yourself and just ruining everything. And the idea was in the album, it was right before Euphoria. He's gonna kill his girl, kill himself, and then you have freedom. But it was just like, well, number one, it was too melancholy to end the album like that. And when I made the album, a lot of it was in the dark. Like this room was just really dark. So, and it was at real late hours of the night, and you know, like my sleep schedule was, you know, wake up every day at 10 p.m. and stay up until 5 p.m. So like my hours of the night were really weird. So So I existed in this time where there was no like dragging. So, you know, once I kind of changed that, I kind of brought the album back to earth a little bit with help from E, because E kind of helps us do that. When we get a little too weird, E's like, whoa, like, come here. Kind of like how Fife was for Q-Tip.
Okay.
So when we, that record, you know, was just kind of, I just love that song. But it gave the album a different tone, which I didn't think people were really necessarily ready for. But now they get to hear it.
And I know you work on music constantly. Have you already started thinking about your next studio album?
I have 4 albums done right now. Not done, but 4 albums that are...
framework.
That have a foundation and that have at least 7 songs in each of them.
Now are these 4 Mac Miller albums? Because, I mean, you release albums under different aliases and
I don't know. The other one just kind of like was like an accident. Mm-hmm. This is the one that I think is actually going to be the next Mac Miller album. It's like an accident, which is dope. But you know, I'm gonna make music and I'm gonna capture every aspect of being a human being. That's really all I'm trying to do. You know, I think that artists and pop culture identities are used to simplify what it means to be a human and pigeonhole people into looking up to one role model. Like, you like this, like you thugged and you love Chief Keef. But like, or like you like girls, like you like Drake. Or like you intelligent, you like Kendrick Lamar. Like, it ain't that simple. Like, everyone is just a blend of everybody. So I'm gonna sit here and speak for everyone.